general nerdery.
So I get home yesterday, and the way my Sundays are set up, I basically do not see my wife from Saturday night to whenever the hell I get home that evening Sunday. So, and it's usually like 7:30, 8 o'clock. So, because we love each other, my wife really wanted to talk to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I love talking to her. So I do not want to come across as a monster. But as we're updating on the day, I keep being like, I love this, but you are keeping me from watching Farscape right now. We are 2 parts into a 3-parter. I really want to I've been thinking about this all day. Love you so much. Don't care about the ghost right now.
Yeah.
Welcome to General Nerdery, your podcast about liking things. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
I'm Steven.
Steven's here.
I'm here.
He's always here. This is not new.
I've been here the whole time.
Okay, so we've
That's
definitely been watching more
awkward.
Dropout.
Of course, always.
Anyways, we are here for Farscape Season 2, Part 2. But before that, what have we been ingesting?
Yeah. Oh, God. Not a ton. More Brassic, which I talked about last time. It's still great. Joseph Gilgan is still fantastic.
Which one was Brassic again?
That's the, petty crime drama.
Yes, okay, yes. Oh, thinking of shit that you were talking about last time, I love that we had a whole, long discussion about how they're not going to do more Shogun. And then they announced 2 more seasons of Shogun.
Which, I am...
Not long after we recorded that episode, too. Days.
Fucking hilarious. Just that's why I asked. Just I'm pretty sure everybody, we're in a culture that's money hungry enough that I don't care that it's only based off of one book. Are they doing a sequel?
Pretty sure Hulu dropped a lot of fucking cash on that movie or show.
And, I'm sure they can keep up doing it well. I was more excited about it because they had, this thing to work off of that was already, well established and well received and
a legendary book in its own right.
Yeah, sort of cool. They already had a template to work off of, but they kind of still have a template to work off of because, it's based off of the actual Tokugawa shogunate. So.
That's true. I read that they're
just research and...
We're working with the family of the original author. And I'm like, that's great, but are they authors? Because...
Yeah. I have no idea.
If you wanted to recreate my dad's morning show, working with me would help because I remember all of the bits, but it would only help little bit.
But also Hiroyuki Sanada is signed back on, so I'll watch whatever he wants to be in.
Sure.
And he's been in some bullshit, but I'm still down to watch it.
I love great actors who do bad things.
Yeah, he was in what was the second Wolverine Origins?
Oh, just the Wolverine?
The Wolverine.
In fairness, that was better than Wolverine Origins.
Yeah.
It was boring.
Yeah.
But it didn't actively make me angry.
No, that's fair. And he was also in Ringu, which is boring.
I like both those Wolverines, but in different regards. Wolverine Origins is inarguably bad, but a fun movie to watch.
I'm not saying I should give it a shot because I only have so many hours in the day. I would find it less aggravating now than I did when I was 19 when I watched it and hadn't figured out how to not take things seriously yet.
Yeah, it's been 5 years or so since I watched it. I did a full watch through of all the Marvel movies, or not all the X-Men movies at one point, I think. And it's not good, but fun.
I mean, it's Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, and it's mostly just fun to watch in retrospect of oh, you guys were setting up a lot of bits
that we did not cash in on.
You guys were writing lots of checks to cash, but nobody was cashing.
Nobody was there anyway. Also, yeah, no, he's also part of probably my spiciest horror take, which is the American version of The Ring is the superior version.
Is he in the American
He's in
version?
he's in the Japanese one, which is boring as balls.
Oh, all right.
Ringu is so boring. Now, as a franchise, considering they made more than one, like the Japanese is superior.
Japanese franchise is better, but Ringo
As a
versus
single movie.
The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen Ringo.
It's boring. Have you seen the Gore Verbinski Ring?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, but make everything like 60% more boring.
And I don't remember that movie being particularly, like, not boring. What's the opposite of boring?
Exciting?
I guess that would be what it wasn't exciting.
Yeah, let's see. It's Shogun. Oh yeah, it got renewed. Been playing more Elden Ring again just to get ready because the DLC drops in like a month, and I took the day it drops off from work, which is also like the Friday before my birthday, so it's also a little bit of a birthday present to myself. But
you should remind me what date this is off there.
No,
we don't need to do this on the mic.
And oh shit, it seems like I went. So I watched War. I rewatched War for the Planet of the Apes.
I think you said Worf at first, and I was way more excited.
No, after Steven was
Star
talking
Trek
about
spinoff, Worf.
He actually tried to get that made.
Oh damn!
He tried for years to get Captain Worf made.
Oh no, I don't want it to be Worf. I want it to be the fucking like it's just like a fucking family like
the Worfs.
Yeah,
it was basically Worf doing Black Ops for Starfleet and the Klingons.
That's cool too. I'd watch the shit out of that, but
it sounded fucking terrible, and I love Michael Dorn.
Okay, so Family Matters, but with Worf.
The Worfs. My favorite part of calling it the Worfs is that is wrong in every single level of how you name Klingon families. Like,
yeah, makes it even better.
1,000,000% better. No, after Steven been talking about watching through all the Apes movies, I was like, well, I haven't seen like War of the New Trilogy is the one that I've seen the least. I'd seen it once, where I'd seen all the other ones at least twice.
That's the third one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, I'll rewatch War. And I was like, this movie is fantastic. It is grim as fuck.
Yeah.
Holy shit. But also, like, Caesar is such a good fucking movie protagonist.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm rambling. And
Bro, I'm you're not even rambling. You're starting to ramble.
I'm struggling to find the sentence, but basically, I'm forgetting the actor's name who played Caesar.
Oh, Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. Did he get any kind of acolytes for that performance? Like, because he should have gotten at least a nomination for like best actor.
I mean, he's Andy Serkis. Like, I think he exists in a weird spot of he gets a lot of credit as like a really good actor of that kind of role, but is never going to really win awards. Although, this keeps bringing up news. Andy Serkis is fucking directing a Gollum movie.
Which I'm all for.
Is it
sure
how he became Gollum?
I think it's called literally like The Search for Gollum or something. Like, I have no fucking clue.
I hope it's like a sequel. It's like, what do they just? It's been a long time since I've watched The Lord of the Rings. What happens to Gollum?
He falls into a volcano. The sequel would just be like Ash in the Wind.
I mean, Gollum the White. He comes back somehow.
Oh my god, I am Gollum the White Precious.
I'm by the pearls, nice and cool.
I have
very good.
So little interest in anything Lord of the Rings that's not by Tolkien, which is fascinating because I don't actually like Tolkien's writing that much. I have no idea why this is my sacred cow.
Why not?
But then
Capitalism has destroyed every other thing.
To follow that up, I know I already said it once. First off, War is fantastic. That entire trilogy, so good. So good. I went and watched Kingdom.
Oh, what you think?
It's good. It's not at all what
You were expecting it to be?
I thought it was going to be from the trailers.
Oh, interesting.
Like it's so non-spoiler spoiler. Like it's not just gender flipped the original one.
You were so confident in that. Too.
It seems so much like it.
I mean, that's what the trailer was setting up. We've talked about this many times on the trailer park, trailer presents, whatever we call
really
that.
should name that at some point.
I'm going to default to the trailer park every time until you do, because it's what my brain wants to call it, and it's not that good. We need something better. Listeners, submit. But yeah, no, I definitely was getting the same thing, that it's just going to be like a gender flipped remake of the original type.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh, interesting.
It's kind of an adventure story,
Oh, cool.
actually.
That's almost more interesting to me.
Although some scenes like definitely actually like
Oh, they 100% call back to the original.
because like there's like I one of the things I ingested, I don't know if I did this the last time, was I watched through the original Ape films as well.
All like 6 of them, 5 of them.
I think it's only 5 as
5
far as I can
sounds right.
remember.
5 in a series, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the series, and I haven't gotten into the Tim Burton, Mark Wahlberg one,
which exists.
which exists, and I probably will watch it still since it's available.
The
the
makeup
moment.
effects are really goddamn good.
And there's
And Charlton Heston as an old ape is kind of fun.
Like, honestly, the apes in it are great. It's just everything else about that movie.
and like the ape casting is fucking phenomenal. So
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan, Paul Giamatti, other people my brain can't remember at the moment.
Especially because probably none of us have
Charlton
watched
Heston.
this movie in 15 years.
But I watched through all 5 movies. The first 3 are really fucking great and fun. The last 2 are
There.
fine.
Oh, they're really bad, but they're fun to watch.
Yes, fun to watch, but like definitely pale in comparison to the first 3, in my opinion. Like the first 3 are really fucking fun and solid. Yeah, I watched those 3 movies, and but they're having just watched the first one. There's like I was like, oh shit, I saw that in that trailer.
Yeah. Even though Kingdom is not just a rehash of the first one, it does seem the second one might be a weird, new, but still familiar take on the second movie.
So it kind of fills a similar space, even if it's not the same.
Do we get the fucking nuke Colt? I don't spoil it, but that's what I'm
Don't
hoping
spoil
for.
it, but I'm going to ask questions and look at you really intensely.
I'm trying to.
You don't have to.
It's not the same, but you can interpret it as being
An
very
homage
yeah,
to this.
yeah.
Okay, that's exciting. I like that.
No, I had a lot of fun with it. It's a step down from the Caesar trilogy, but it is setting up for more to come. I'm excited to see what comes. Like, it was still great. Every one of these movies, the technology for the CG on the monkeys and the apes just seems to step it up all the time. There are some scenes late in this movie that involve tons of water that I feel real bad for anybody having to work on the CG of
No.
all that water interacting with the apes.
Oh, yikes. That's going to be a challenge.
Oof. But I had a lot of fun. That's pretty much what I've been ingesting.
Well, I mentioned the Planet of the Apes quadrilogy. Is that right? Or the
Quintilogy?
quintet?
Barbershop.
And
Dr. Zaius.
and then also, like, randomly, the world was telling me I needed to watch John Carter, the Disney movie from 2012.
There should have been at least called John Carter of Mars.
Right.
At least.
At least. Like, they say it's like one of the last lines of the movie is like, and now I'm John Carter of Mars.
Why the fuck would you name it John Carter when it literally could just be Warlord of Mars? Every part of that is better.
Evidently, Disney didn't think it could sell the movie John Carter of Mars. it was apparently too big of an ask for audiences at the time.
Don't even do John Carter. Just call it Warlord of Mars.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would love that. But also, this movie, I don't know if you guys watched this or watched it recently.
I watched it, but like shortly after it came out.
It really fucking holds up, my dudes. It looks super fucking good. The CG and like all the effects held up.
I just remember it being like an hour too long.
It is a little long, but it also feels like they're stringing a lot of like whole story content together. But like a surprisingly fucking robust cast. There's a small little nothing role with fucking Bryan Cranston, who basically just dies. Like he's alive, and then he goes to Mars, and then John Carter comes back at one point, and he's just a skeleton now.
Have you ever? I know you haven't, Stephen. Have you ever read any of the Warlord of Mars?
Yes, but not since I was 13.
Okay.
Which I picked up from the library simply because of the covers to those books.
I have read part of the first book. It was the audiobook, so I listened to, ended up turning it off, and I've read quite a few of the Deja Thoris comics because Dynamite owns the license, and they went, Deja Thoris is so much more interesting than John Carter, and just published comics about her.
Mm-hmm.
So they can also do Cheesecake, but it is the most insane intro to a book that I have possibly ever heard. Because it's basically just like, so my Uncle John Carter has been alive for centuries, and no one really knows why or asks about it. But he was a true gentleman of the South, and even his slaves thought he was pretty cool. And then he went to Mars.
And this movie kind of does the equivalent of that, and like they have like the kid from fucking Spy Kids is in this, if I'm remembering correctly. He plays the Edgar Rice Burroughs, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, because Edgar Rice Burroughs is playing. Is the context of the story is this is my uncle, the weird immortal man that we don't ask questions about,
right?
Who went to Mars and gave me a journal about it.
And yeah, it's basically just like, oh shit, my uncle died. I gotta go show up, and I'm reading his journal, and then it's basically that's the context. He's learning all of about his trip to Mars through reading a journal. But it's very much just like the beginning of this movie is just like very quickly just like, oh shit, we are in it. No explanation. Hop along. You were no need to explain. You understand. And it's fun. I really, really enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. It's on Disney Plus at the moment.
We've talked about doing more movies based off pulp stuff. That might be a decently entertaining one.
I feel like it actually like surprisingly holds up, especially from a graphic standpoint. Like it looked really good. Like for the amount of CG they do. Mark Strong in it as well.
That's right. Okay.
Fucking Willem Dafoe.
Jesus Christ, that's a great cast.
He's playing one of the Martians.
Well, and the guy,
and yet led by Taylor Kitsch.
Yeah, who I could not tell you anything else he's done, unfortunately.
Gambit.
Speaking of a fucking awful Wolverine movie.
Weird.
Friday Night Lights.
Not my bag, baby.
One of those actors that almost would have taken off if he had more of a personality.
Yeah.
And then me and my partner watched an episode of Bob's Burgers. We're still watching that. That featured a homage to The Quick and the Dead. So I was like, well, where can I watch The Quick and the Dead? Pluto TV. Let's put that on while I do some chores and take a break from Farscape for a minute. And that movie fucking rules. It is a fun Western.
Speaking of homages, I realized I saw an article earlier, and at some point this week, I'm going to have to go down and pick up that first issue of the Doom standalone.
Oh, the Hickman, series. Jonathan Hickman wrote a Doom one shot that I saw existed, and I saw a couple pages of it. The reason I'm curious about it is kind of unique. Not kind of, that sounds pretentious. Jonathan Hickman wrote like the X-Men Krakoa Age. He's a
Okay, yeah.
huge writer. He did a long Fantastic Four run that's considered one of the best ever. Hickman is a great fucking writer.
I love his
Is
Image
this the one where they
series.
get kicked out of the Baxter building because they're broke?
That happened about 6 times, but no.
In the mid 2000s?
No.
The really bad one that I'm thinking of?
Definitely not. Although I know who the artist is on that run, but I can't think of who the writer was.
The artist is fucking cool.
Yeah,
but
that's because the artist is Steve McNiven. Favorite thing about that run is there was a really popular run by Mark Waid and Mike Ringo going on that's like classic Fantastic Four, but the editor at the time was like, we need to be edgier. So they canceled that run that was like award-winning to do the fucking McNiven. It's just called Four.
Yes.
And it was so horribly received that they hired back the old ones, being like, please, please do your story where you meet God and it's just Jack Kirby again. Like, we're sorry.
I love that series as bad as it is because they fucking fight the Jersey Devil.
Sue becomes a teacher? Yeah. But the reason I'm interested in the Doom run, I do want to hear, is it is the first time I've ever seen a Jonathan Hickman story that's going to be done in one issue. This man is the most decompressed writer I've ever seen. So, like, he does not do short stories. I don't even like reading his run until he's finished it, because it's usually like 100 issues long across 3 books that are all deeply intertwined together through background horse shit. And it's
super
so good.
intertwined.
It's so good. Don't get me wrong. He's infuriating to read month to month.
I want it because I saw the first page is an MF Doom reference.
Oh, I did hear about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
The very first lines in it are living off borrowed time, the clock ticks faster, which is the first lines in his song Accordion.
Also, Hickman writes a pretty good Doom because he doesn't... Hickman's good at a lot of things. He's not the best at the interpersonal interactions, although Ultimate Spider-Man's proving me wrong there. Like, he's the ideas guy, not always the character guy. And if there's one character that you don't have to put a whole lot of personality into other than egotistical dickhead,
Doom.
it's Doom. Big ideas, jerk. That's all you need for a Doom story. Like,
Yeah, I legitimately just want to pick it up because I want to see if there's other MF Doom references scattered throughout it.
That'll be awesome if there is.
sorry, did you? We went way off on.
Quick and the Dead. That's it.
I'm looking forward to next episode when I'll actually have new things.
I actively avoided watching Farscape a lot too much, in all honesty. So, not that I wasn't enjoying it. I just was like wanting to watch other stuff.
Yeah, I only have an hour or 2 a night at best to watch stuff.
Oh, and I
So-
started playing Assassin's Creed Origin again.
That's the
Egypt
Egypt
one,
one?
yeah.
I've heard that's one of the better ones.
I like they're all. I really love the Assassin's Creed franchise as a whole. There's not too many bad ones in my book, but that one's really great. It was the first one where they reset a lot of stuff and changed the skill tree setup and go more action RPG.
I really enjoy it. I enjoy the entire series. Origins is where like the split in the fan base began because of the ways that they've changed it up. And
Yeah.
It's the one that really diverges from a lot of the other mechanical and concepts that they had done previously. I have no problems with where they've taken it.
me either.
personally.
They're some of my favorite Assassin's Creed games.
I just learned they're doing one set in Japan called Shadows.
They announced it like yesterday.
Like just recently they announced it, and I was like, yes, please. Apparently, you get to play as Yasuke, the like historical samurai, black samurai.
Yeah, so they actually announced it like a week ago, and there's been a lot of really shitty people on the internet.
There's been a lot of really shitty people. There is some fun memes, though, of like, this man was assassinated. Look for someone who's like not blending into the crowd, and then just see like the one black guy in Japan looking like really uncomfortable. Like, nothing to see here.
Don't mind me.
Don't get me wrong. Yasuke's fucking cool. I understand why every anime under the sun that does Samurai 2 wants to use him, or video games. Like, I'm not, but like,
and also
good
they've
luck being subtle as playing Yasuke.
Fans have been begging for a fucking Assassin's Creed set in Japan since
forever.
Two, basically, yeah. Essentially, yeah. It's
Once they realized how good it could be with 2, because 1's a good game, but 2 is where everyone was like, "Oh no, this is a great game."
Oh, we could go historical with these.
Well, and Japan's got good architecture for it.
Mhm.
Like, as much as I will talk about Black Flag till I die,
plus like
terrible fucking like climbing.
ninjas.
Yeah, and ninjas.
Yeah, like ninjas, samurais.
No, I'm into it.
Shoguns. 2 more seasons.
God, samurai armor is cool. I keep meaning to make it, but also most of the armor I make is for myself. I'm like, I'm really white. I'm like Tom Cruise white with less hair. Like,
Is there a way you can do that respectfully? Probably not. Well,
how did The Last Samurai hold up over the years?
I don't know.
Honestly, I am curious about that.
I think Hideyuki Sanada's in that too.
Yeah, probably. As I said, I don't have too much because there's so much stuff coming out that I need to get caught up on the Bad Batch. Star Trek Discovery is almost done. Doctor Who is started. And I keep being like, yes, gotta watch Farscape instead, which is not bad because Farscape's a fucking banger. But also, I'm really looking forward to getting to catch up on stuff. Also, I'm almost done with fucking Kaguya-sama Love is War, the manga that I've been talking about for months now, because it's 28 fucking volumes long, and for some reason I decided to read all of it. It's slightly shorter than Food Wars. Food Wars, I think, was 32 at the end. So it's basically Food Wars up till the last season.
Wow.
I appreciate a romance manga that is taking the time to explore beyond, like, and now we're a couple and the story's over. But, like, what, now we're a couple. What does that actually mean? I was trying to think about this because as I'm finishing this up, I am looking for new romance mangas to read. Like, why have I become so fucking obsessed with this? And I think it's for the same reason that, Steven, you talk about liking the, like, mid-budget romantic comedy movie.
Yeah.
That it's just relaxing.
Even
the high-stakes ones are pretty low stakes. There's nothing stressful. Or even, like, the stressful stuff is like, whatever.
Yeah, I forget what was going on, but me and Kat were getting ready for something. It was like, we had to go do something that day.
Mm-hmm.
And we had just enough time in the morning while we were getting ready to leave that she was graduating from graduate school.
So a pretty big thing.
Yeah, like a big thing. And I just put on 10 Things I Hate About You while we were getting ready to just have on in the background so I could have something to focus on that I knew well enough that was just like charming, easy to watch while I'm just like getting dressed.
On that same note, I have started 2 new ones. They're both shorter though. The Quintessential Quintuplets, which the anime has been getting a lot of attention lately. It is I guess it's a harem anime because there's like multiple potential romantic leads.
Mm-hmm.
But it's, so far at least, less creepy than a lot of harem animes or mangas are. Like, because it's not just every character is obsessed with like this kind of shitty male lead, but it's about a guy that's hired to tutor 5 sisters who are all quintuplets, who are all giant fucking messes. And at the end of, I think, the first chapter, they reveal that he will eventually marry one of them, but they don't tell you which one. And so you're like, oh, okay, like,
why?
Wait, who's it gonna be?
Why, though, is my question. I imagine there's reasons it concerns the end of volume 1 that it's set up. And
yeah, but they don't give you enough information on the person, just that it's one of the sisters. And then you're watching. It's cute. It's nothing to write home about. And then I started one called You and I Are Polar Opposites that's honestly way better. And I give it credit because, as I talked about, so many things are like, all right, For 10 volumes, we've been flirting, and now I've admitted that I like you, and we're gonna hold hands and end the manga. They get through that in the first goddamn chapter of this. Ends with the first chapter of, these two are a couple now, and now we're gonna watch these incredibly awkward human beings actually be a couple, and like, I like romance stuff that actually explores what a relationship is and not just like the lead up will they won't they to the relationship.
Yes, that's not seen enough in all honesty. It's and usually if it is seen, it's usually seen in kind of a negative light a lot of times.
Well, and in a lot of American shows and stuff, like once they get past the will they won't they, sometimes shows lose the spark.
Yes, it's very easy to have that like happen where they don't feel the dynamic works well when they're actually together. So they're like, well, we're going to break them up and then get them back together again.
Oh, I hate that. I mean, we were talking about it when I was rewatching Chuck. I got through, they got together and then just stopped watching. Not even intentionally. I've seen the rest. I like most of the series still, but like, I had one one year where for some reason I got super obsessed with Bones. I went through a bad breakup, and for whatever reason, Bones was the thing that like helped me.
Watched a lot of Bones.
I get it.
It's not a great show. It's not nearly as bad as a lot of that kind of show.
I mean,
but like, once they became a couple, that show became significantly less interesting.
Serialized police procedurals are like the last fucking thing you can find that do that format of like every episode's basically we're doing this one thing over and over again.
I had gone through a bad breakup and I had a job starting in like a month. So I wasn't starting and doing anything in my life other than like
watching Bones,
being a sad boy. So yes, I watched 8 seasons of Bones in a month.
Yeah, I watched a lot of Bones with my mom, who very much loved it. And
yes, because every boomer, except for like my dad specifically, loves cop procedurals.
Yeah, no, that's also true.
That is also true.
NCIS, the fucking murder, Criminal Minds, Bones.
Yes, I've watched way too many episodes of everything you've just named with my dad and his partner.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
And they are forgettably charming. My in-laws
except
also
Criminal Minds, that is a fucked up horror show.
That's
all
true.
honesty, they show some horrible things and get away with it. It's like you can't show that on television.
And
do you know which one shouldn't have worked though? That is amazing. If you have not watched the first 2 seasons and then fucked off from this show, do so. Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah, the first 2 seasons of Sleepy Hollow.
Procedural?
It's a police procedural.
What?
It's a police procedural where like the expert is Ichabod Crane, who's come to the future through fucking magic. Sorry to yell at the mic.
I love everything you just told me. Holy shit.
And the first 2 seasons are amazing because like on episode 2, the show realizes just how ridiculous it is and just
it took 2
goes
episodes?
It is absolutely delicious garbage television.
I love garbage TV.
And yeah, it's a police procedural.
Yeah.
My in-laws also got really into Blue Bloods, but it was like right in the middle of the Black Lives Matter movement. And I was like, I cannot watch this.
Oh yeah,
like,
no.
We had drawn the line.
Before, maybe. Several years after, maybe. Not right in the thick of that.
Like, you got Tom Selleck, and I give you credit for that.
But on Sleepy Hollow, do fuck off after the first 2 seasons. The 3rd season, when they change the police officers,
Yeah.
it gets off the rails in a not a good, fun way.
Good to know, I guess.
Also, it's weird to think of the fact that, like, thanks to the HBO Watchmen, I've seen Ichabod's dick. Anyway.
That's always fun when you realize that.
I was going to say before we were talking about this that hearing about the show just makes me want to rewatch Eureka, which is never a bad choice.
Which I do have that on Blu-ray if you want to borrow it.
I wonder if it's streaming anywhere.
It's on Peacock.
Oh, I'm already borrowing it from you anyways then.
Oh, okay.
I guess on that note, let's take a quick break and then talk about other things that I'm borrowing from Steven on Peacock.
I guess.
Farscape.
Sounds good to me.
So a buddy of mine heard I was watching Farscape, so he finally, like, he had that, like, oh, I've always been meaning to watch this. So he started watching. And last night, when we're driving home, I get this text message from him going, is Farscape always this horny? Where are you? Episode 3?
Which one's episode 3?
It's the one with the today is a rest day planet.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
so it is a horny episode, don't get me wrong, but like,
But also pretty fucking tame by
yes, I was like, oh buddy,
Compared
it's
to where
gonna
we
get
get,
so much more horny.
I will never be able to get the image of fucking Rygel in leather gear out of my head.
That's not the one that sticks with me.
As soon as you started
It
to
is-
say that, that's what popped into my head.
It's
Before you even finished that sentence,
for
I had
me,
Rygel
it
in my
is Scorpius sucking on that like bug lady's tentacle.
head. Oh.
It is-
Side note related to that episode, that chair they're sitting in that's like two hoops
The-
with a bunch of strings holding down like a
Oh yeah, that thing.
that looks like a terrible fucking chair.
Yeah.
It's clearly a sex chair of some kind, but not like a good one. Yeah.
It's clearly a sex chair for people who are into a very specific type of S&M that I am not here for. I'm not yucking any yums. I'm just setting my boundaries.
Or if we're talking about very sexual and uncomfortable ways, when they have Crichton in the Scorpius makeup and he licks Aaron's unconscious face.
Oh god. and the way he says that she is most certainly his girl, I was like, whoa.
I will say, as much as we're talking about terrible things, one, holy shit, Ben Browder puts out some great performances in the second half of the season, and like, he does a really good job in that, but also like, oh, did not need to.
He goes off the fucking rails in such a good way. Yeah.
So no, this half of this season for me has been the most interesting the show has been.
Oh, easily.
It's been partially because of his performances, but I'm glad that with where this seems to be going, that part of that seems to at least be wrapping up, because it was getting a little much for me. I love it, but also like
It was getting a little long in the tooth.
he doesn't need to go all the way back to where he was season 1, but I need him to take it down like a notch and a half.
I mean, okay. Without giving away too much, he's less insane than he is in these last 2 episodes.
Right, that's all I need.
But he never comes back. Like,
No,
he's-
and that's fine. I'm okay with
No.
that. But
And, yeah,
where
no.
it's at, I could
No.
only take that for so long.
Yes. I will describe this as this is where Farscape gets over the normal episodes. I mean, all of the characters put on insanely stuff. I forgot that I really don't like Joffy.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah.
to make of Joffy.
We don't have enough time in this season, like, credit to it. The makeup's good. His costume is fucking terrible.
I was about to say, it is, like, I can look at him easier than young Nightmare Joffy.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Yes, he's less offensive on my eyes. But also, like, for some reason, I will say that I did struggle with, like, following certain parts of this season. I felt like there were certain things that I was just like, I'm definitely missing something here.
Well, you said you watched a lot of it in one sitting, too.
Well, I went through the last 4 episodes yesterday, twice.
Yeah, my watching on this one for me was, I had enough time to get it done, but that's pretty much the amount of time I had for it this week.
All right, fair enough.
So if there's anything I missed, I really did not get a chance to go back and refresh myself.
Well, there's 3 of us, so between us, we should be okay.
But like, there were certain episodes that I had watched. Like, I definitely watched 3 times somehow. Like, I watched the Locket episode 3 times for sure.
Okay, yeah, the aging.
On the 3rd time, I for sure had to read through the wiki because I was still like, what the fuck was in this locket? And then I looked up the wiki and it's like, okay, it's
I actually really like that episode.
it's a
but
really good episode, but it's also kind of just like standalone, one-offy.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Let's just go from, I guess, the beginning, although that'll bring us to the Locket pretty fast.
Beware of Dog.
Beware of Dog, in my opinion, is the weakest of these episodes.
But also,
It's not bad.
overall in the season, I actually kind of like it. It's definitely one of the standalone ones where it's just like, hey, we brought a parasite on the ship, and we
gotta deal with it.
Now we're dealing with it.
I give it credit for it. It does a thing that shows these days have trouble with, which is we've had our big like high water mark of holy shit, we had this big emotional trilogy. Now we just need a like kind of breather space, less high stakes standalone adventure. It's still creepy. That bit where Rygel is like, turns out not to be Rygel and is the parasite and is dissolving into bugs. No, thank you.
Yeah, that bad. That me no like. I don't care for that at all.
I hate the little dog thing.
The Vork.
The Vork. It looks like Mac and Me.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'm trying to figure out what it was, but it's
100% looks like Mac and Me.
And when they try to have Aaron like crying over Mac and Me, I was like, all right, I need this. We're done.
I mean, I was sad for him because he was a good dog.
You can be. I wasn't.
But also at the same time, I was like, okay, it's easy come, easy go on the Farscape.
Also, it had the like, oh, it's peeing on you joke, which is a joke that I never find funny.
Yeah.
So I don't like. It's not a bad episode.
It's
it exists.
Of this chunk of episodes we're talking about, it's definitely the weakest. Of the standalone episodes that you get in general, I enjoyed it. I'd say it's...
I'll take this one over that second Maldus episode.
Yes. You know what it is? This is the quality of an average season 1 episode, and I just have a higher expectation at this point. Like, it's just like...
It feels definitely like they're trying to reset the tone a little bit after the height of what they were doing. Well, it's like, we'll just slip in just like a little...
Which you need to do. Like, I understand that. I think if they had been like, cool, let's raise the stakes immediately after the Maltese Crichton or whatever the fuck it was, it would have been exhausting.
I mean, kind of. That's one of my issue with the last 4 episodes is that they're kind of exhausting. It feels like a 4-part episode, even though it's technically a 3-part and then a one-off that basically is concluding them.
It's a 3-part and then the first part of a 2-part.
Trilogies are hard to do in like episodic television. Like, I realize that like movies seem to be kind of built for trilogies in a lot of cases, but
yeah, and it's just like, because of the format, it's I find it challenging to me sometimes to follow all of it. Like, I feel like there's definitely stuff I missed in those 3 episodes, in like those.
Oh, well, I 100% know I missed some stuff in that.
do we have anything else
But I did get some cubes in Snap.
Do we have anything else on Beware of Dog?
Both parts of the Vork, actually, I liked the design. Like, even though the Mac part was like annoying, like the killer part was fucking freaky and cool as shit.
That's true.
And I do like the idea of having like a bird dog type thing that has like 2 forms, one that's like really good for hunting and then one for actually fighting.
For murder.
So yeah, I thought that design was pretty fucking cool.
I feel
There's
like
a lot of really good designs in the back half of
Yes.
this season. Just across the board.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of the design and effect work they put in.
I don't know if they were given more budget or maybe they've just built up enough stuff
I think
at
you
this point
mentioned
that they can like...
that last season they changed over production houses, right?
Yeah.
And
that happens like at the beginning of this season.
It might just be that they're like finally getting to actually get into it at this point.
I was just wondering if they started to have enough like different background makeups that they didn't have to spend as much money on that anymore. But that is 100% me just spitballing.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess.
So I found these quotes in relation to the way that this season ends, but I think it's something to talk about now. This was a very expensive show to make.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, I can only imagine.
This show should not exist.
But this season ends in the cliffhanger that it does because according to the producers, they basically already knew that they were getting another season. They hadn't been officially greenlit, but when you put together the numbers that they were doing with the time slot they were in and the competition that they were against and like where they sat on the overall rankings for sci-fi at the time, they're like,
We're fine.
we're absolutely fine. It doesn't matter how expensive we are. When you're doing these kinds of numbers, they will find the money for you.
Imagine if they had ended where they ended, though. Like,
Right.
holy shit, that would have been the darkest.
So apparently it was at about this point in the season that they knew that they were getting a third season.
Okay.
Because the last shot of Crichton in this season was thought of before the rest of that part of the storyline, and they worked backwards from that to start right around this episode.
It's fair.
Which is where we really start, like, he's had some inklings of, like, things going wrong before this, but this is where
the
it
important
goes
thing
hard.
that I was forgetting about. Yeah, he starts hallucinating Scorpius in this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, nothing but spoilers.
Yeah. We're in the second half of the second season.
I mean, that's why I haven't listened to a couple of your Reservation Dog episodes yet, because you're in a section that I haven't gotten to, and I don't want you to spoil it. I know.
I love Farscape. Res Dogs is such a better show.
Yes. It is very much comparing apples and oranges.
Oh, 100%. But
Cat wants to watch Res
Dogs made
and
me
has the
cry
time now.
a lot. Farscape actually had a few moments that like made me be like, why did this make me feel? Which we'll get to.
Oh, fork.
Not that. Did not care about that. I don't know why. I feel bad about how much I do not give a fuck about the fork.
This is going to be a really weird aside, but like, I did get like kind of choked up in the theater when I was watching Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and they played the new Deadpool Wolverine trailer and getting to see sleeveless Wolvie on the big screen.
I don't know why I'm excited about that too. I also don't know why they CGI'd his arms back in, because the like Wolverine with sleeves looked fine.
So the newest trailer makes it super clear that those are two different scenes.
Oh, okay.
So there's scenes where he has the sleeves on and sleeves where he doesn't.
Well, because the part reason he was wearing sleeves is because he had cancer recently and he wanted to like take care of himself, which fuck yeah, dude. Like, do what you need to do.
Yeah, the sleeve off scene seems to be happening in a different location where the sun probably wasn't as much of an issue.
Cool. Love it. That's fine. Won't get fooled again.
This one was fun, but at a certain point it felt a bit long because you kind of get it along with John and you're kind of just waiting for it to break.
Yes, it gets really unhinged. And I mean, they openly say at one point, like, this is just going to get more and more unhinged and you have to wait for the moment. And credit to them, they found about the exact level of how long, like, right when I was like, well, I'm done paying attention, is when they shifted it and made it really scary all of a sudden. But it's interesting because, I mean, like, I remembered some of this because, as I said, I've seen this before, but, like, it is fun to have Crichton go, oh, shit, okay, this is obviously not real, been here before. Like, fuck all y'all.
Very video gamey, like, response of, like, I've done this. I know this already. Like, him going into the women's restroom because, like, you ain't gonna trick me twice. And walks in and is just like, oh, sorry, thought it was co-ed.
Or checking the magazine, like, from the beginning, doing all of the things.
There was one bit that kind of pulled me out a little bit that was just, I don't know, just a little bit dumb. When he throws Rygel off the fucking thing, and then he turns back to his dad and his brother, and he's like, this is annoying. You guys are acting just exactly the way that I thought you would act. I'm like, you think that they would respond this way to you murdering someone? You just murdered someone in front of them.
And they mostly just look like
inconvenienced and confused.
That's how you think they would react?
That's a fair point now that you say that out loud. Like,
that's an excellent point.
Because I think it's supposed to look that like shocked, what the fuck statement, but you're right. That would have been a much more, huh. I think I enjoyed Zan most out of these, playing the like therapist.
Oh, yeah.
And she's the one that kind of pulled in the most.
I
like-
enjoyed Dargo the most. He was
Dargo has such range in the back half of the season.
Dargo is
that actor loves his job.
he is such an incredible actor with a lot of range, in my opinion, after seeing him in just these 2 seasons. He is wild and he makes me uncomfortable at several points throughout the episode, but like, wow, you give him a little bit of fucking room to play and he is going there.
He will commit.
Yeah.
I have to wonder if this is like one of the better like acting days for them, because they do have to still wear a bunch of the makeup, but they don't have to wear nearly as much as normal. Because like, oh, I've got to be Scorpius, so I still have to have the Scorpius like face on, but I also just gonna wear a button-up shirt with it. Like
That was my other problem with this episode. I actually I love when shit starts getting really wacky in the back half of this episode, as much as I might have started talking about this episode saying it felt long, because like
it does feel
but
long.
it's also intentionally supposed to feel long.
But like this episode almost ruined the later parts of this season for me, because like every time I see Scorpius now, I just imagine him drumming, and he's not nearly as like threatening.
And he's just a guy.
He's just a dude.
See, that's interesting.
He's got no
I
time
don't-
for his troubles.
I don't have that. And like they talked about it because the whole neuroclone thing was not planned. It happened because in the Crackers episode, they had that brief moment of
Mhm.
him wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and they went, huh, he's still scary. Like, let's
It-
kind of experiment with that.
They've played with it too much for me. Now I'm just
Okay.
like, now he's Hawaiian shirt fucking drummer. Cool. He's also not that he looks fucked up, but he's not that imposing. I feel like I could punch him out.
He's a little too fucking like demigod-esque of like
He's way stronger than you expect, but he overheats so fast that he makes it.
And like I run hot. I could hug this guy to death.
but like also like at this point, like spoilers aside, like he just kind of seems like he's fucking 3 steps ahead constantly for no good reason. I feel like he's just a little too powerful.
I do, you
Or,
know,
like-
like that's the part that still makes me
Or I guess
like
plot armor. I guess.
respect him as a villain, is because they wrote him good enough to be those steps ahead, and you see it like continually pop up for the characters throughout the story. But like these episodes, when I actually see him now, I'm just like, so he's a fucking Hawaiian shirted drummer, whatever.
Or is it just that fucking Crichton and the rest of the crew have just like really pissed in the wrong pool across the board? It's like, oh, you just happen to all be friends with Scorpius.
That's right. That's other than I guess my thing with Scorpius now is like I have the same respect for him that I have for the Daleks.
I
Like,
don't find you
res-
super scary, but I recognize you're very dangerous.
Yes. Like you look ridiculous as shit,
He looks way more dangerous than the Daleks do.
but you get my point.
Yes, I get what you're saying. He's
Yeah, I'm somewhere in between the two. In that, like, I remember the episode with the spider-headed lady and them doing some weird fucking.
yeah, he's intimidating in that one.
He's intimidating through most of it, and then they do a weird sex thing. I was like, what you guys doing here is you're up to
exists-
something.
For me, he exists somewhere between Darth Vader and Grand Admiral Thrawn. But also, like, with a level of surrealness to it, because Farscape is just like, you know what we don't have? Surreal sci-fi.
He's actually made me want to rewatch something I haven't watched in years just to see if it holds up as well as I remember. He makes me want to rewatch Gargoyles because I remember David Xanatos always being so much farther ahead.
That was Riker's character?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never got that far into Gargoyles. I will always watch like 5 episodes in a night and then be like, out of time! And then like a couple years later, watch 5 episodes in a night because it fucking rules.
I had the board game. It was dope.
Gargoyles was great.
Yeah, Gargoyles was good. I've not gone back to it. I would, but I probably won't.
But
It's worth it if you do.
I have no doubt, but there's not enough hours in the day.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
The same reason. I think that the actors really had a lot of fun with this one. Obviously, we already said that Dargo's character does. I feel like Claudia Black, who plays Erin, enjoys getting to do...
Anything other than just Aaron?
Getting to play something other than just the badass, as much as I think she enjoys playing the badass, but like...
Oh, dude, those last couple
like,
episodes where she has like the night vision that effectively is just making her like an eye-patched badass warrior. Like she looked like she was having a fucking blast.
Mm-hmm. But she also seems like she enjoys it when she's randomly wearing like a bunch of fucking hair curlers and is making out with Dargo. Like,
Well, that's mostly because of the making out with Dargo. We should all be so lucky.
Oh, we should do a smash or pass when we finish the series
with this cast.
with this cast.
Because it's all Smash except for Rygel?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know where Stark would land.
Where's Moya land?
Anyways,
Does it count if you're in her all the time already?
just start jumping up and down.
No.
Anyway,
No, it doesn't. I'm just gonna say no, it doesn't.
I'm going to say yes, it does because the show is that horny.
It's so horny.
I feel like yes for pilot, no for everyone else.
That's fair.
So, in your logic, Chiana and Dargo have had nothing but threesomes.
Yes. And they prefer it that way.
Yeah, I believe that 100%.
I'm surprised you don't have future insight to check in with about Moya.
You know what? That's a spoiler I'm willing to give. No one really talks about fucking Moya. Probably the only one.
Does anybody talk about fucking pilot?
Does Pilot get some?
I don't remember, but
Pilot
I
get a
feel
little
like
nookie?
Moya and Pilot are fucking like
Constantly.
literally always.
I mean, not always.
Hi, Pilot is the best. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
I fucking loved Stoner Pilot though. I don't have too much on this one, other than at the very end, when the
Garen?
when the neural clone, when Harvey is what he dubs him here.
Man, that
when-
pisses me off. I was going to make a Harvey reference last episode and I didn't.
And then they dubbed him Harvey, and you're like, I've had to stop myself from just being like, oh yeah, now that Harvey's going to be part of it, like last week, and I'm like, they don't fucking know this yet.
Well, no, but like he calls him Harvey as a reference to the movie, and I was going to make
Harvey's a great movie.
Yeah, and I was going to be like, so
There's my hot take.
Yeah.
I only know of it. I've never seen it.
It's Jimmy Stewart, isn't it?
Mhm.
Jimmy Stewart is this dude with a imaginary friend who is, I want to say, a giant rabbit named Harvey. And everyone is so concerned about him, and they're trying to get him to get over this, and he finally agrees to, like, I think it, like, basically a lobotomy, so he'll stop imagining Harvey. This is back when lobotomies were less terrifying as a concept. We still thought they were helpful.
But, like, he's just seeing a
And-
big bunny.
Yeah, and that's the end result of his mom being like, but he's so kind, and like it costs him nothing other than he talks about this fucking invisible rabbit named Harvey. Like,
Mhm.
Just, like, tell him to cut it out with Harvey. Keep that shit to yourself.
like,
Write it down in a book and sell it to someone. But, like,
no, just
they're gonna fuck up your brain,
just
guy.
take their brain a couple of times. With a used ice pick. Honestly, the lobotomy guy is like one of the 20th century's greatest monsters.
Yeah, every time I hear about it, it's fucking horrifying to me, the concept, and the fact that we did it just willy-nilly, freely, and constantly.
Constantly. But no, when the neural clone takes over and just fucking murders that Scarin, and it's like, hey, that's fine.
That was also pretty dope.
Forget about me. Peace.
Scarin's like top half blown off was fucking killer.
Also, the Scarin taking notes, being like, never fucked with this species before. Not my fault. He's dead.
Yeah, that was great.
Either way, Scorpius is pissed, so we're probably okay. The locket. So,
Probably
every
the best standalone episode of the season.
I would put it up there. This or the next one for me. I enjoy this one more. I think the other one takes risks in interesting ways. This is probably the best, and now our main characters are old sci-fi episode that I have seen. Because it's a sci-fi classic.
Yeah.
Something has aged up Captain Kirk, and he's going senile. Literally the plot of, I think, the Carbonite maneuver. Doesn't matter.
Deanna Troy is aging.
And kind of a bitch now.
And she's really, really, really mad about it.
Fucking Ben Browder will do this again in Stargate.
Oh, that's great.
That's hilarious.
With Claudia Black.
Even better.
No, Browder doesn't do it. Claudia Black does it again, though.
Oh, okay.
It's Michael Shanks who plays Daniel Jackson.
Oh, okay.
It's a great episode, admittedly, but
God, I haven't watched any.
I mean,
Stargate
it's a
in
trope
so
that
long.
works well, in all honesty.
yes, the makeup is always bad. This is not terrible. Claudia Black's makeup is better than Ben Browder's.
I do have questions how she's alive at a point.
Oh, because she's Sebastian.
Sebastians have a longer lifespan.
Like,
Yeah, they've already brought it up a couple other episodes that he has a lot less time to get everything done than they do.
It's about 3 times longer. She's already like 100 years old at the start of...
really?
It's something they mention in passing. It doesn't come up a bunch, but yes, Sebastians are longer lived than humans. It is one of the things they mention, I believe, when they're talking about all the ways that humans suck.
Shit, it's something I missed because that's fucking wild.
I had forgotten about it, and then they went, oh yeah, they live forever. And I was like, all right, it's sci-fi, I believe it.
Yeah.
This episode is like, one of the things that I found weirdly tragic in it is that Dargo and Chiana basically break up in it.
Yes and no, because like,
But then that never happens because they never go in the mists. Because they have this like, I don't know if we can make each other like fit what we need to be. Like they kind of show
it's great
what
because
the
it's
breaking
basically
points
just
of this
like saying,
episode are going to be.
we
and then-
should break them up, but we're not gonna. They're tragically great. They're good at fucking not being good together in a couple.
That said, Gianna's way better at being in a relationship than like I would have given her credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I will say they have a very interesting dynamic in this second half once, especially once Jothi's introduced, because that's some stuff we'll get into.
We'll get to some weird shit, but like she does. I mean, one, she's like, no, you can't change me. I'm still gonna be the weird little thief, manic pixie dream girl that I am. Which, okay, give and take. But she does try to communicate with him a lot, and like
does genuinely care about like their relationship.
in way like I would have expected Dargo to be better at the relationships, but honestly, Dargo's kind of a shit boyfriend, and she's a surprisingly good partner. She's still an unreliable little thief, but
Yeah.
do love the fact that she stole that locket and gave it to Aaron as an apology for something, and Aaron just believed her
Right.
for like 100 years, and his Aaron's response being like, "Well, that's on you." Like that's.
I mean, maybe she bought it, but like definitely stole the money for it. But like that's different. That's on Aaron, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Because Aaron, you should have fucking known. Gianna,
know.
if she didn't steal the locket, she stole the money for the fucking locket. It's
Stealing's involved somewhere in this line.
somewhere in the chain. Something got stolen.
There's no ethical consumption under capitalism. There's no ethical gifts from Chiana.
There's no ethics with Gianna.
Even if she didn't steal something to get the locket, she's somehow stealing from you by giving you the locket.
Well, she did like crash her prowler or something like that. They said like, I don't remember what the thing was, but fucked up her prowler somehow, which is Probably Aaron's most prized possession.
Yeah.
It is weird to see. There's some weird shit about this. As much as I love this episode, like, this is, I think, one of the episodes that stands out to me. I've talked about how I have trouble, like, calling out specific episodes if I haven't watched Farscape in a while. Well, with, like, Doctor Who, I'm like, the 11th hour, yes!
Mm-hmm.
This one I remember when people are like, oh, the Locket episode, I know what they're talking about. So a huge part of the kind of overarching plot of this season is Erin growing comfortable enough in herself to be in a relationship
And acknowledge people having feelings for her.
and acknowledge her feelings for people. Like,
Yeah.
and you get why, like, especially after that flashback episode where we learn more about how peacekeepers are raised.
Mm-hmm.
But we find out over the course of 100 years, she finds a man, has 3 fucking kids with him, theoretically marries him, and does not seem to give a fuck about him.
And doesn't she have had 3 husbands as well during that?
I don't remember that. I remember her saying, I had 3 children. 2 of them died. 1 is still alive.
I remember it as like I had 3 husbands and then 3 children from one of those husbands or something along those lines. But my brain
It
could just
might
be like
be.
making that up.
But, like, I had 2 sons and watched them both die, and now I have my granddaughter, and she's the one I care about. I'm like, damn, Aaron, like, you had multiple children with this man. The only man I ever loved. That guy I saw 100 years ago. Like, fuck you, lady.
And like I'm assuming they were Sebastian as well, right?
The granddaughter lived for a long time, so probably yes.
So even more fucked up. Like, guy that's gonna live long as me? Nah, not as important as the guy who's definitely gonna die.
I need that strange that's strange.
I need that earthling.
I do like how anytime Ben Browder plays an old man, he gets progressively more southern as he goes along. The accent kicks up more, and like just the song he said, like he just becomes Mark Twain.
God damn it! I'm just thinking of the Twains and fucking
Lower Decks, yes.
Anyway, all the Twains.
Oh my god, that episode's so good. I was impressed by how much emotion I got from such little scenes, because we don't actually get.
Oh, and Stark comes back in this episode.
Yeah,
Stark's here again.
Stark's here.
He's returned just as randomly as he left.
Yeah, he comes back just as easily and randomly as we remembered him showing up in this episode. Us talking about it right now.
I have a weird time with Stark because, like, I want to be happy he's back, and then I kind of ended up not caring. But then he was so important that the show didn't let me not care.
I like Stark.
I don't dislike him.
I like him more.
I don't get why
As he
I'm
comes.
supposed to care about him, in all honesty.
The more unhinged
I like
Stark
him,
gets,
but
the
I don't
more I
get-
like him.
I like him, but I don't get why I should give a shit about him.
Part of it is his character and costume design is fucking phenomenal. Like, it's simple, but just how they build him, like his look and the little man, it's just real solid. His I'm suddenly super close with Zan is fucking out of, like, literally out of nowhere. They shared one look while random Peacekeeper girl was dying.
Apparently, there
You
was
mean
a
on
scene.
Farscape where there's a character has a random fucking new character dynamic that we didn't expect. What? On Farscape?
There was
No.
a scene cut that started to at least gradually set that up before it went into the deep end because it's only one scene. But
Look, there's a step before you fall off. But I was surprised, like, because we go from Crichton has landed and can't leave to Crichton is now old and they're this, like, cute, bickering old couple together basically immediately. There's one 2-minute in-between scene where she's like, he gets sad every once in a while
And
because
how
he can't give
long-
up what he was.
Do we remember how old he's supposed to be?
like 90.
Okay.
I think it's for them it's 60 years or something like that.
something like 55, I think they say.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought he was supposed to be like a lot older than that. I was like, man, they're playing wibbly wobbly some Calvin ball here with fucking timey wimeys.
I mean, he's fucking ancient.
There was a scene shot with him aged only to 50 to have like an in-between scene, but that was cut.
That's fair. And I don't even think we needed more. I was just impressed how much I got what his life was like and kind of understood it. This episode makes me think of The Inner Light, which is the Picard is aged episode.
But also must have been maddening with fucking Harvey in his head the whole time.
Yeah, I wish they had played with that.
Yeah.
It would have completely changed the episode. Like, you could not have told...
They talk about it and, like, that he's just, like, has these fits, but, like, that's it. And, like, a little unsatisfying with what...
But also, I guess...
I hope they would have done.
It almost makes sense with the neural clone, because, like, there's nothing the neural clone can do other than wait until they can leave.
Yeah.
If he makes Crichton go insane and die beforehand, he fails his mission.
Mm-hmm.
He can't leave. There is no getting out in this. So there's no...
But, so, like, that's my question. Is, like, they can't leave at all? I thought... Because they leave the planet and go to a different planet that's, like, bountiful and beautiful.
It's like a bubble... how I understood it is, like, here's a little bubble reality. Like, here's a little solar system, so like, you know, our 9 planets, 8 planets in Pluto, separate in the mists, and every once in a while the mists open up and you can connect to the wider galaxy.
Got it.
That's how I read it.
Mm-hmm.
So like
that makes sense. I'm gonna just read that in my own head canon. That's what I'm gonna believe now.
There's a couple of planets that they can go through, but they can't, you know, starburst.
Right. Good episode.
Aaron dying fucked me up. Anytime Aaron dies, I'm fucked up. Like, it's just how I hate it when people kiss a corpse, though. If my wife dies before me, yeah, I'll probably kiss her corpse. Like, I admit it. But every time I'm like, that's a dead body.
I mean,
you shouldn't be doing that.
It depends on how dead.
How dead?
I understand.
Someone who's
Literally mostly dead.
Someone who's passed in your arms.
Yes, no, you're not wrong. I don't disagree with you. I just still have that, like...
At an open casket funeral? One of these is more acceptable.
Yeah, I went to a funeral recently and was like, I don't even want to, like, look at the dead body. Like, or like later on when he's like, I'm going to kiss her and take a lock of her hair. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this one.
He thinks
maybe you should have done this in private.
Dargo, give me your knife. Everybody check this out.
You've killed like 8 people, man. Don't give him the knife. The Ugly Truth. Another we have seen variation. Like, this is
the one I gained the most snap cubes during.
This is a pretty standard science fiction plot again. Like, their one-off episodes tend to be pretty normal science fiction plots that they just take a little farther. Like, oh, hey, we aged them up, and now Aaron dies, and we have to undo everything. Or like, oh, hey, you're being forced to tell the story, and it's not lining up the way that they wanted to. It makes me think of that season 1 episode of Lower Decks where they have to speak into the Horn of Truth. And it turns out that none of them has any idea what the missions are like that they're on.
Speaking, every time I tried to think about this episode without having everything in front of me, I kept saying Pakled instead of the Plocavians.
That's okay. Crichton doesn't get it right even when talking to them.
Yeah. I'm like, and then the Pakleds. That's not the Pakleds.
That's definitely.
And then I was like,
things go.
And then they executed Zorn. I mean, Stark.
Oh no.
Poor Stark.
Stark gets more interesting after this.
Yeah.
But
I want to like I do like him. And
But
I
I'm
feel
not
like I should like him
100% sure
more.
why.
But I don't
Yeah.
know why.
it's because everyone on this crew is an asshole.
Yeah.
It's a pretty classic sci-fi trope of like an alien species does not understand that witnesses are fucking useless. And it's interesting to look at memory. Like, I appreciate when Stark tells the story, Crichton is like almost like Flash Gordon or Han Solo, like comes across way more as an action hero than, although he's become so much more of an action hero than he used to be. Like, look at where he is in
That's
this point.
right. This is the Sanjuro episode. Or not Rashomon. Rashomon.
Or when Dargo's telling the story, he's definitely in front and taller than everyone, and everyone else is just like, he's always at the front of the charge. I would have expected Zan to be a way better liar than she was.
I both expect her to be a better liar, but also for some reason in this context, it makes sense why she's like,
Because she's desperately trying to, like, make things less terrible. I get it. But also, she was like a terrorist anarchist. Like, I feel like she would know how to fucking lie.
oh, she didn't actually know how to lie. She's just really good at chaos.
Just real good at blowing shit up.
Anybody asked her about it? Fucking open book.
You know what? That's actually pretty fair. She's real honest through everything. The only time she's lying, she basically has to be giving into despair to trick Maldus.
Mm-hmm.
She has two modes: absolute honesty, blubbering mess. Horny. But that kind of goes through.
That depends on
Almost
how
all of it,
sunny
yeah.
it is. I don't really have much for this episode. Yeah,
Rashomon episode, you hear the same story 3 different ways.
I am so confused on the insides of this spaceship.
In
The
which way?
non-pack-led spaceship. Because we never really see the outside of the spaceship, the design of it includes a room that has, like, random still water that goes up to your ankle, and in the middle of this spaceship, there's a giant hubcap that you hide people on with a room that goes so far down that you can't see the floor.
Okay, no, not now. I get what you're saying.
yeah,
No,
Like,
it's a weird fucking ship.
yeah. That's
and they're clear they're on a spaceship, so it's not like, oh, we went
Right,
to the
'cause that
planet
makes a
where
lot
we
of
have
sense on
weird
a planet.
justice. Yeah, but not that you should just die. But how big is this spaceship that they're just like?
Yeah, no, that
Also,
seems like
if
a
you-
big ass spaceship that they ended
If
up
you
on.
fall, like, okay, because it's got the elevator cell thing in the middle that
Yep.
like raises and lowers. So is the bottom area with the chair just what happens if you were to fall off the hubcap? Would it just?
I think so. Okay, so what I'm doing in my head to build this is that's just one big chamber, like one big shaft, and at the bottom is the stilt waters. And
It's
the
just
chair.
a giant
They-
spaceship bong.
It's just like basically a bong almost.
Giant bong in space.
But then I feel like this, like it's a double barrel. We're only seeing one barrel, and I think the rest of the spaceship is the second barrel. That's like its engines and
I
like,
just have questions.
it's sex rooms because it's Farscape. There's definitely it's a
oh,
sex room.
absolutely.
Um,
With the weird dripping acid shit or whatever they had on them, because
Whatever it was.
yeah, they're into like whatever future wax play is essentially, but with acid.
man, everyone's memories are exact, so like and identical. So you would know exactly how bad a hookup was if it went bad. There'd not be like, I think this is pretty good, and the other person being like, no, buddy.
Oh.
Like it'd just be like,
Mhm.
oh, I fucked that up.
But you find out at the end, right, that it was none of them, right?
It was Talon.
It was Talon. Talon knew after talking to Moya that like, oh, these people got some fucking no good.
He was doing it to defend Moya. Was why it happened.
They are carrying the forbidden cargoes.
I am having trouble with Krace this season because I think we need to see him
more often than we do.
More often than we do, but also whenever we see him, it is like they have dialed up him to 11 somehow of like, and I'm Krace, and you all know who I am. I've been here the whole time.
I feel like Krace is having his, I've already used Flash Gordon, but like his Flash Gordon adventures of just...
Like, that's what we're supposed to expect.
It's me and my spaceship, and I'm off doing this stuff. And when we see him, but it's so weird because we're not getting that in between growth moments.
I think we're supposed to like expect that like he's just doing that shit, and like maybe they run into each other more because like anytime you see him talk to fucking Aaron, I'm just like, have you guys ever spent more than like 5 minutes together on camera?
There's an entire like Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead going on behind the scenes with Krace.
Yes. And I don't know if I want to see it because I never actually warm up to Krace that much.
Krace and Talon are Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Krace and Talon are dead.
And it's just Krace trying to prevent his murder-happy spaceship from killing people.
Talon, I agree in murder, but we should wait for the right moment, Talon. And Talon's like, I'm gonna blow him up.
I'm gonna blast him.
You see these guns? These are my guns. I can blast things.
I'm gonna get bigger and I'm gonna blast more things.
Clockwork Nabari. I don't really like the Nabari.
Yo, so I mean,
they're creepy.
Not that
but
there's
the
good
pacing
things.
Is fucking always molasses.
Yeah, they all look like they are like members of Bauhaus, which is both kind of cool and also like I'm over it kind of quickly. But
it's a good
look. I know that we've talked shit about him before, but this was the episode where like I had it. I would have fucking kicked Rygel off the fucking ship.
I would have done it at the end of season 1, but yeah, definitely the moment he betrays.
Yeah, when he betrays John, I was like, nope, fuck you. Get out of here.
You are dead to me, you little fucking shitbag.
Most of the time in other episodes when he was being a shitbag, he was at least being like a shitbag on the side while the main plot still had a chance to like work.
No, he's actively like betraying Crichton here.
You're fucking off in other situations where you're being a little creep. You're not actively ruining everything in your wake as much than you are right now. And I don't like you, Rygel. Go fuck yourself.
I don't know why I like Rygel. I should not.
Like, I could handle him before, but this was the episode where I was just like, nope, fuck you, bro.
Rygel is why my sister doesn't like this show.
Fair. I get it.
I understand.
I am so in love with the puppetry. I think helps me get past. But also, yes, he's an awful little toad that they should kick off the ship.
That's the biggest inconsistency here for me. That's the most reality breaking concept. Not the fact that someone's been flinged across the universe to a different part of the galaxy to shenanigans on space thing, is that they haven't kicked Rygel off this ship because he is such a little asshole. They gain what do they gain by keeping him?
He's the only one that has any points in negotiation.
Okay, so he is the talker of the group in a good way with like
they could pick up a new one of those. These people can make friends. Rygel's what's stopping them from making more friends.
We're about to get into a 3-part episode where there's a whole bit about these are all our old friends that we've made.
None of those were their friends.
No, not
these
really.
are all people that we can handle being around, and they can handle being around us if there's money involved.
I would rather trade all 3 of those people.
These are all people who almost
Except
killed
for
us
Flax,
in the
actually.
past.
I don't want anybody the Flaxen people. They suck. They're not. I don't know.
So the thing I did. Okay, so the Nabari have their cleansing plan for the wider universe.
Yo, it's so fucked up that the entire Nabari plan was like, we're going to infect all of our young kids because we know that they're going to go out and fuck.
Basically, we're going to use the power of STDs to take over. I was just making sure I understood that correctly, because I thought I might have missed something there.
A time-released STD, too?
Yeah.
So you can have enough time to fuck.
It's not even like on a set timer, like it'll go off in exactly 3 years after you contract it. It's like, no, it's going to go off on a timer of our choosing, and it's just all going to be simultaneous.
Which, I lost the thread a little bit. What was it supposed to do exactly? It's supposed to just make them obey?
I guess, yeah.
Activate the cleansing or something like that. I don't know. That's the part that I didn't quite. It is somehow a weaponized STD.
Oh, it's the mind cleansing that they go through, except it's a viral version rather than a drug-induced version.
Oh, got it.
And it won't take 100 cycles.
It's just like
interesting.
The Nabari fuck so good you become a mind slave. Like,
worth it.
I mean, by the sounds of it from Rygel, I get it.
Just hot. Yeah.
All the Nabari so far have been pretty good looking.
None of them do it for me. Something about the blue, white skin and blue hair and white hair doesn't.
It's just Gigi. I'm just a fan of Gigi Edley.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It just doesn't do it for me.
It's like classic
less so
goth.
than before. She's exactly who I would have had a crush on when I was 18 years old.
Yes.
And considering how well that went every single time, there's a reason I don't go that way anymore, beyond just I'm married.
I'll tell you, at the time, if you put a purple streak of something in her hair,
ooh, yeah,
that'd do it for me.
Well, this is going to go badly, but let's play.
So, like, the one thing I do know in relation to the rest of the series is that, like, Chiana's brother storyline never really gets filled in the way that it should be with the way that it's set up in so many episodes.
That happens in shows.
Like, this could have been a super important episode, but it's fine.
Part of the problem is every Nabari episode runs at the pace of molasses. The best part of this episode is watching Ben Browder be a surfer stoner guy and be like, that's how I'll trick them.
It was actually pretty good.
I'll fucking be Bill and Ted. Like,
that's what an Earthling would be like if they've been purified.
Man, and they're like, literally everyone else is talking normal. Why are you like this? Like,
I'm just super, super chill, my bro.
Creighton is the worst spy of all time. I love that everyone seems to think at first that he's like a peacekeeper spy or something, because literally
he can't lie unless he's doing a character, which is the thing I can understand personally.
He has the subtlety of James Bond, who shows up and is like, my name is James Bond. I'm a famous spy. What do you think we play this poker game for information?
So one of the weird little tangent, but the most accurate thing about James Bond is the fact that everyone knows who he is.
That's fair. Most people know who the other spies are. And
right.
It's just easier to keep the ones that you know around.
Right. Like the whole thing about spies in those situations are they are the people that would get invited to those events. And you don't get invited to those events unless people know you.
Interesting.
So the fact that he always shows up and he's like, I'm Bond, James Bond. And people are like, you're giving away who you are. That's actually the most accurate thing about the character.
Wild.
Anyway.
Liars, Guns, and Money Part 1.
The worst heist in anything I've ever seen.
No, the third heist is the worst heist. Although that's the one that works.
Oh, as a whole, I mean.
Okay, yeah. Considering Dargo's heist plan was, I'm going to get caught immediately and hope Stark figures something out.
I'm going to get in there and you guys figure out everything.
And I'm going to be pissy about this.
I'm going to get captured immediately and blame it on you.
So, okay, one...
And I'm going to do it so obviously that the people capturing me are going to notice that I'm trying to do it intentionally.
Stark comes back and is a lot closer to who he was when he was in the Aurora chair, but just like legitimately now, which I think is interesting of, hi, I was literally turned into atoms and reformed myself. I didn't come back quite right. Makes perfect sense to me.
The very beginning of this episode, when they're still looking for Stark, like, if I was Dargo, I would have fucking ripped Zan's head off by that point, because she had them all
out of time.
They're running out of time, and you know where Jothi's at.
It's true.
Yeah, just go get Jothi. Why did you guys fuck around so much with trying to rob this? Like, you guys are not built to rob this shadow dispensary. Go rob Jothi. Just go steal Jothi. Nobody has Jothi yet. You could steal some slaves. You guys are very good at stealing slaves.
Wait, I really want to go get some bud at the shadow dispensary.
I was just thinking about that. Like,
Shadow Dispository.
Shadow Dispensary hits a lot different when you say that. Also, yeah, Shadow Depository.
I do want some good bud from there.
Not based off if that woman's running it, but
I'd try it.
I do like when
It's going to make me scared forever, but I'd try it.
When Dargo was like, have I ever said no to anything you guys wanted to do? I'm like, you literally did it like 5 minutes ago.
Dude, have you ever said yes?
Yeah. You wouldn't even be friends with them. Literally, you were like, it's asking too much of me.
It's an episodic show. None of them can say that statement.
I love Dargo. I understand that he is at like probably the highest stress point of his life because he has to rescue his son, who's about to be sold and will be lost again. They have no way of doing it. I understand. But the moment he was like, y'all are only helping me because you have to. I'm like, you literally had no plan.
Yeah, you gave us no... Was your plan, hey, I'm going to go get captured so you have to fucking help me? Did you even bother to ask if we would help you? Or did you realize that they were literally planning to help you?
Yeah, they immediately followed you. Like,
why did
you only helped you and you had no choice? They could have just left, bitch. Like,
you gave us no choice. We were gonna do it. We were in the act of doing it, and you just went off book immediately.
We just wanted a better plan than...
Just wanted a plan.
We wanted to actually rob the place instead of the plan being, let's get captured immediately.
At this point, he's just too used to immediately getting inside after his time with Gianna.
Jesus Christ.
It's all he knows.
Honestly, this initial heist is not bad, though. We get Zan in her weird, cool pirate outfit.
Yeah, that's a pretty baller look. She looked pretty...
I really enjoy Chiana as her little second that does the weird, like...
Just, like, agreeing, but, like...
It'll be here for a very short time. Very short time. Like, Gianna, what's your fucking job here? What is...
You couldn't even kill a Luxon. They couldn't even kill a Luxon.
I also just appreciate the episode title being a shout out to a Warren Zevon song.
Lawyers, Guns, and Money?
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Lawyers, Guns, and Money. Just let me some Warren Zevon.
We really get to see how much Crichton has grown, even though he is actively losing his mind. Season 1, even end of Season 1, Crichton could not have come even close to handling any of that. He has become so acclimated to this part of the world, the galaxy. I like their plan of let's put explosives in Scorpius's head.
Yeah, no, that's a good plan.
That's like not even the main plan. Even it's just like
that's a side plan.
Crichton decides, you know what? Scorpius is here. Let's fucking murder him.
Good. Yes,
I like this plan. It's a good plan. But John, you're here to do something else. You're here to rob the fucking bank.
Their bank robbery plan was surprisingly good too, though. Like, it mostly worked.
I mean, they even got away with the money.
They never really... Scorpius is kind of like the Master in Doctor Who. They're like, how did you survive that place where you definitely left him to die? And he's like, I survived.
Yeah, I did.
Good enough!
you ever seen this koala?
So many Lower Decks references today. But, like, at the end of this episode, we have Crichton losing his mind, screaming out the national anthem while Scorpius overheats to death next to him. And then the next time we see him, Scorpius is fine, and he just happens to be, like, back on the ship. They don't even explain him, like, Crichton getting rescued there.
Oh, Crichton just got up. He finished the national anthem and he's like, oh, patriotism.
I'm fine now.
And now I'll go back to my ship.
I do like that anytime they have him sing, it's songs that they definitely do not have to pay for.
Yeah.
Because later on, when he'll sing a little bit, it'll be part of 1812, like the da-na-na-na-na-dun-dun-da. Which is, I do love that song, actually, but I liked these episodes so much. Why do I not have too much to say about them?
Because they also all run into each other, and we haven't started in on the next one yet, have we?
Yeah,
that's fair.
They kind of all run into each other, so it's kind of easier to talk to about it. Like at a
okay, let's do it. Let's just talk about Liars, Guns, and Money.
Because I definitely watched. I watched them back to back. In all honesty,
I watched the first two, and then I watched the last two episodes of the season. So
yeah, I watched like the last 5 episodes all back to back to back.
Okay, so it's super blurred for you guys.
Yeah, especially I fucking love the little critters that are like, so they rob the depository once and they get away with Scorpius's money.
And there's a bunch of mimics.
And they're mimics, basically. They were fucking such a cool design and very creepy. I dug it.
I dug the design. It felt like there were added stakes because of those, but it felt like a very weird B plot with how important everything else seemed.
It also, it did feel like a B plot, but it also felt like it very much is just like wrapped up quickly, and then subsequently just like, well, it's not a big, like, yeah, she's burned, but don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
What they needed was to set the stakes in a way that they couldn't just starburst out of there. So they had to find a way to injure Moya enough that she cannot starburst. They needed to keep them around, and they needed to add more money problems. So the
MacGuffin of having a bunch of money is like it is actually a problem, even if they do manage to rob the depository again.
It's like, we have to heist again. Let's gather all of these people that we met before because we spent a bunch of money on these costume designs and we want to use them.
Which, that in hindsight now makes a lot more sense because I did not like any of these people before.
Yeah, you're not supposed to. They're just various threats that they've faced.
I think kind of love them going and getting them, though. That reminds me very much of like a Western or something. It's like Mag 7, kind of.
I do think it's funny that the dog guy is named Rolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rorf.
It's Rorf and Rolf. I continue to find the dog bounty hunters very annoying. Was Dog the Bounty Hunter out by the time that this came out?
Definitely not.
Okay. Small favors.
He got the idea from this.
Okay. Precursor of the Tiger King.
I like Crichton going to get the guy with the gauntlet, but I don't like the gauntlet guy. He's an asshole.
Well, yeah.
So he's an asshole, but I do kind of like love him on his way out.
Thank you for teaching me to kill again.
Yeah.
He definitely has some fun exit lines of saying stuff that's just like,
He has the best one-liners of that like crew that they get together.
Yeah, like when he decides to join with Crichton, he makes a comment that like my partner Kat was just like, I don't know if that's true. Where about like how
it's a lot easier to pay penance with money or something.
It's a lot easier to reform when you're wealthy. I was like,
It's probably actively wrong, but
I feel like there's something wrong with that, but I can't disagree. In the capitalistic society,
it is just strange because he's like, I don't use the gauntlet anymore, but part of Crichton's solution was like, make you Jones for the gauntlet.
but also was prepared to just wear it himself, which was also a thing. And there's like, damn, Crichton, you are ready to fucking die if you're gonna put that on, knowing that it's 3 times as powerful as the last time you wore it.
One, Crichton's ready to fucking go at this point. He is just done. Two, we know that the neuroclone is just pushing him, and even his like resistance is driving him more crazy. Like the way to get around the neuroclone is to just be a fucking lunatic.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3, he's talked about how tired he is. Honestly, I don't think Crichton cares that much if he dies at this point. Other than like he wants to help Jothi and he wants to save Aaron, and like
yeah, he
cares more about the people around him than he cares about his own life.
Yeah, it seems to be a greater tether to anything, is the home he feels with these people, because they are the only constant in his life at the moment, in such a foreign world for him, that like that is home, despite them being a bunch of assholes.
Well, like when Stark lies and says that Dargo insulted him, and did Dargo actually say that? And like pulls a gun on him? Like, that's such a wild escalation right there.
Did Dargo actually insult me, motherfucker? Be honest.
You can shame me and emotionally manipulate me all you want. Just don't lie to me. Oh, buddy. Okay, you're having a tough time.
Because I know Dargo wouldn't do that bullshit.
Dargo would say it to my face.
Not my fucking homie, Dargo. He would let me know that personally.
Not my best man.
I was about to say that.
Not my ally.
I want Dargo and Worf to have a buddy adventure series. I do like the toad people that shoot flames. That is one of the alien species I enjoy most.
Oh, the Shiyang.
So fucking forgettable in this for me, in all honesty. Sorry.
I don't think they're the most imaginative, but like, I think part of it is just they are one of the least human looking ones. And I appreciate that Farscape is willing to have alien species that, I mean, they do have plenty of alien species that are humans, but we painted them red or whatever. But they also have like the Xiang or Rygel.
Yeah, the costume design is so fucking cool. But like, I honestly forgot about them being there until you brought him up.
My favorite part of the collecting of the different ones is you bring back fucking Durga, who is supposed to be a major level
Big
threat.
bad.
And you're like, well, this is what the twist is. We understand. Now Durga's going to show up and fuck everything. Nope, he's dead.
Oh,
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead and you fucking beheaded him? Oh, okay. So
Rygel cut his fucking head off and is now king of the Zenetian pirates, I guess? Like,
but only kinda, because they'll fucking turn on you.
yeah, no,
with
they
drop of a
definitely...
hat.
At first, it seems like he's the king, but instead they're like, we'll just fucking... I'm now the
This
king,
guy?
but I'll work with
Not
you a
this
little
guy.
bit.
Yeah, we don't like you anymore.
It's a miracle he's still on his own ship.
The first time he went, not a king, a dominar. They're like, well, we don't listen to him anymore. Like,
We were prepared to call you king. Dominar's pushing it, buddy.
calm it the fuck down, dude.
We're not gonna call you that. Fuck off. King, maybe. No, I don't even want to even say it. No.
It would be fun to have Rygel be a pirate king for a couple episodes just to see.
A pirate dominaire.
In that leather outfit.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Or he would do well in a Mad Max environment.
Yeah.
Crichton ends up giving himself up. We get Jothi. Jothi sucks.
Yeah.
Jothi sucks.
So here's the thing.
Jothi was like good his first scene. And then after that.
But they set up that like when he's talking to Scorpius, because like it turns out that Scorpius bought the lot of slaves, and that's now they can't actually buy them with the money that they stole from the depository.
That they don't have.
That they don't have.
Well, it's not money.
But they don't know that yet. But like I realized we didn't go over that, so I'm just gonna throw this out there. But like Scorpius is just talking to him, and he's just like, "Oh, so you hate both your parents?" And I was like, "What are you setting up here? Are you just like further illustrating Jothi's an asshole, or are you subtly trying to like are they laying in groundwork that Jothi is like a fucking turncoat?
You know, I actually think, as much as Jothi sucks, I think it does make sense as a kid that was, I mean, like the most literal definition of a half-breed ever. And everyone's a shithead to him as it. And he's sold into slavery, and he's just wants to, he wants to have control over his own life for the first time, literally ever. So his actions and his behaviors make sense to me. That doesn't make him less shitty.
With all of that in mind, the idea of Scorpius, a half-breed himself, theoretically selling the concept of like, hey, I want you to fuck over these people for me, does track to me. And like so many little things go wrong after Jothi had been involved. I was like, was Jothi fucking things up for y'all? It felt like that at points, and I was just like, they don't actually. I don't, as far as I know,
that's not really the way that
it never goes but like that. But I was like,
I do think it's interesting to watch Dargo have, like, because Dargo has spent so much time into, like, I must save Jothi. I must get Jothi back. My tiny, oversized head boy that gives people nightmares. I must have my Jothi back. And then now he's like...
Best thing about Jothi is he's not near as nightmare-inducing now.
Yeah. The young Jothi reminded me of the kid from Harold and Kumar 2 that lived in the basement.
But like, then he gets Jothi, and he's been so single-minded, must rescue my son. I was like, I've rescued my son, and he's kind of an asshole. And he's not what I expect him to be, but I also understand because I didn't get to raise him.
Hey, Dargo, you're also kind
he's
of
an asshole.
But also, and he wants to help, but I won't let him. But I also want him to help because, like, honor, but I won't let him because Dargo is not a good dad in this point. And part of it is because he absolutely refuses to communicate with anyone that he is in a relationship with in this. From John to Chiana, and yes, he is in a relationship with John. You will not convince me otherwise.
They're allies.
Romantically.
Did I not undertext that there with the way I said allies?
Especially Chiana, but like...
No, they're fuck buddies. They're not allies.
But like, just Dargo, you could solve so many of your problems if you would literally just stop for 10 seconds. I don't even need a full minute from you.
What did I miss with the Chiana Jothi thing? Because I feel like that suddenly just ramped.
Same. I didn't understand that. Like, that was another thing that made me feel like, did Scorpius send you in to literally just like stir the pot and fuck shit up? Because like,
so the way that I read it, and I forgot how fast they dropped that attraction. Whatever the fuck is going on there. I know what's going on there, but I'm not going into it. But the way that I read it was, one, she's one of the first free women that he has seen. And he is so much in a, like Jothi himself, he's like, I just want to live. I don't want to live quietly. I want to live loud. And here is this manic pixie dream girl next to him. So he's like, ooh, girl. She is freaked out by the proposal that High Pilot shows her, like the practice proposal of, will you be my wife and we'll go live quietly on a farm? Because she's a manic pixie dream girl thief.
Yeah, that's
so that's
very
really not, well, like,
she's
again,
not
he's
one
not
to settle down.
And if they do settle down, settling down is like, we're in a steady relationship, not I'm gonna go live on a farm. Because again, Dargo is not communicating with anyone. But the fact that they didn't show enough of her, like, freaking out about that to help explain the almost kiss. Also,
that makes sense when you contextualize it like that. More. Like
it
she's
really
rebelling
drives home
against-
the age difference between Dargo and Chiana. Because Chiana's closer in age to Chathi than she is to Dargo. And that's not as clear initially, but when you get them all in the same room, you're like, oh, but Dargo.
Is are Luxons also
Unclear.
long lived?
I don't know. I'm going to use human ages to get for me to guess where these different ages are. I think
Do we know
Dargo
how old
would
that
be
old Luxon lady was?
old.
They just said old.
I think she said she was like a century or so, but I don't know.
Okay, so I imagine they're relatively long lived as well,
Mm-hmm.
and I imagine
But she was old. But I got the sense Dargo is in his like late 30s, early 40s.
I'd say at least he was married and had a kid.
And he was in prison for 10 years. We know he was in prison for 10 years and had at least a 4-year-old.
And then like was in the military like service for a while. Not a general, but like was fucking around.
So
doing
we
that.
will guess around 40.
Well, at least I'd say.
Jothi, I'm going to be
20s?
18.
20s max.
Yeah. Early 20s, if that.
Yeah, that's like if that. That's
I'm going to go with 18 because otherwise it makes Cheese actions here really creepy.
the older he is, the older
Dargo
needs to be on top of it. So like he's at most, I think, 20.
And
You know
then
what? I'm gonna
Chi-
see if it just lists an age for Dargo
And
on
then-
the wiki. That might give us a good starting point.
Yeah. Why not?
Chiana is somewhere between. I mean, I don't think she's like 18. When I originally met her, I thought she was.
She's
that-
actually 12,
I don't like this joke.
1,000 years old.
Okay. Better. But I would put her at somewhere like early 20s.
Or at least in that like kind of like pseudo age range, whatever, however she ages. Like that's
The
what
18 to 25 demographic.
like yeah, like 18 to 25 for sure.
Which makes her relationship with Dargo hit a little different.
Yeah.
But also in 2000, that was way more socially acceptable.
For sure, especially with
It
like
shouldn't have been necessarily.
an older male, younger female dynamic for sure.
Mhm.
That makes me uncomfortable with the amount of jokes we made about them with Dargo coming in the last episode. Thinking
Don't
about
worry,
that.
I'm sure we'll make more.
Even the nerds online don't have an age listed for him on here, so
He sucks. That's all that matters. That's all I really need to know about Jothi. I do not like him.
I would guess he's in his 40s or like in that pseudo age.
Because I just said Jothi. It sounded like you were like, I think Jothi's 40.
I saw
I think Jothi's 40 and I think that Dargo is 90,
85.
98.
I saw one number in conjunction with Jothi, but it's connected to like future stuff, and it's not an actual age for him. It's more like he's definitely younger than this, but that's it.
Interesting.
Basically, like he's definitely younger than like 70 during the Peacekeeper Wars.
Anything on well, that's helpful. Anything on Chiana, how old she is?
18 to 25 demographic.
Come on, 90.
Age unknown.
It's hard because I feel like all of them are somewhat long-lived species, so like they're gonna be loose on that.
Why is the creepy bug lady hot, but also not because she's a bug at the same time?
Boobs.
Yeah, boobs. It's gonna be mostly it.
Also, what is it with this back half of the season and eyeballs?
Actually, no. I have an addendum. Boobs and power. She's a powerful woman.
she's got powerful boobs.
She's got powerful boobs that do a lot of talking, but also like she is in charge of this whole fucking shadow depository, this shadow dispensary.
Partially thanks to Scorpius.
Partially
but-
thanks to Scorpius, but also at the same time, like she wields that hammer of power pretty freely. Of like,
and steals eyeballs.
you don't fucking matter here. I'm in charge, and I say what goes. Type of scenario. So like, I get it.
Mm-hmm.
We know you like strong women.
She is one of the best character designs I think Farscape has put out. Her
Yes.
costuming
And like the little
had to
legs
be
that
a
come out behind her
fucking
head
nightmare.
was fucking cool.
and the
Mhm.
Darth Maul eyes, because they have basically the same
Oh yeah,
Darth Maul contact lenses.
yeah. Where were we at with this episode? I'm still thinking about ages.
We kind of skipped all of it to talk about how
We
Joffrey
skipped
wants
backwards, and then we had started talking about how they have Crichton, basically.
Most of the heists make no sense, and you are correct.
Yeah, they're
I did see a thing that pointed out the moment Crichton wasn't there, they could not organize to save their lives. And it is something in Crichton's skill set that, like, all these disparate people, he can get them to focus enough to come up with a plan. It's the only thing he's good at.
yeah. And just so much goes wrong with all of the fucking plans at various points.
Well, Stark has the needlessly complicated plan. Dargo immediately abandons it.
But then also like during their other heist when they're trying to get Crichton back, like fucking doesn't his Quanta Blade like run out of juice like unexpectedly?
Hear that? What happens with older Luxons?
I think I was getting cubes in Marvel Snap when that happened.
But doesn't also like fucking Aaron's night vision goggles not actually work?
They don't
despite
work
looking
very
bad?
yeah, because everything they have is B-level junk. D-level junk. Like it's
If she's like kicking ass on like every 4 steps, she's like smacking herself in the eye trying to get it to work.
And somehow still looking badass.
yeah.
It doesn't really end up mattering.
Yeah, basically they rob the depository even after Jothi's there of like, well, we got to go get John.
Hey, they
all of you
kill
were paid
so
for this.
many of Scorpius's men in that scene.
Since we were using mimics already, this really is how heists work in D&D. Like anytime I've tried to set up a heist because you're like, fuck yeah, that'll be so fun. And the heist plan dies the moment they hit the front door and they just kill everybody.
No, actually, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of actual heists, in all honesty. Is less of a heist and more of a murder show where you take the money and leave.
Go on, take the money and run.
Crichton learns that, like, he won the fucking, that Harvey's basically gotten what he needs, and knows about the wormhole technology enough to give it to Scorpius.
Yeah, and he's much more aware of Harvey now because he didn't remember Harvey.
Yeah, he turned himself in hoping to get the chip out, essentially. And Scorpius is just doing his bull whatever, lying to him, saying he's gonna go like figure it out and take it out. And
As much as I liked these 3 episodes, when I think about them, I just get uncomfortable with the Scorpius and Natira fuck scenes. And there's like 5 of them.
yeah, they're pretty horny for each other.
Mhm.
They are like the definition of hate fuck too.
And I don't care for that. I like it to come from
Like,
a loving place.
You
personally.
tried to kill me? Of course. You wouldn't respect me other. It would be weird though if Scorpius was like,
and
let's
I'm
cuddle now.
And I don't-
like, let's, it would almost be scary.
This time, I'm Little Spoon.
Can I please be the little spoon?
Also, they just randomly kill the nurse. Like, well, that plan to kill Scorpius went wrong, and she got blown up and is she dead now?
And Scorpius' head tube thing is real gross. If we haven't mentioned that, by the way.
Oh yeah.
We mentioned it last episode when it first appeared, but it's still
especially
nasty.
gross in these episodes.
Yeah, it's no less gross. That's for sure.
When they put the explosives in it and it starts getting like
Oozy.
boiling green ooze out of it, yeah, that's
No, thank you.
Wish you wouldn't have reminded me of that.
They get Crichton back. I forget how. Does he just get back on his own?
Aaron shoots everyone.
Yeah.
But like he
There's
convinces,
a lot of shooting.
He convinces the spider lady, whatever her name is, to like,
To
yeah,
free him
you
because
should let me go because he's gonna kill you after we're done here.
And they realize that's true, and then she gets killed, and I forget how because I was making dinner. And then Aaron rescues Crichton,
And they,
and they bounce.
they get the money and run.
But he has gone completely insane. at this point. He's just kind of twitching in his room and punching mirrors and
Yeah, and Moya's burnt up, and they have money, but
the final episode is just sad. I will say I was impressed. Any other series would have ended the season with Crichton being the kind of gibbering mess that he was. And the fact that they were like, no, we have not fucked with you enough yet.
we can go darker. We can take it.
Let's
sadder.
have a whole episode to really up the scale of how bad this is going for
You
them.
know when we killed Aaron and undid it at the end of episode? Yeah, we're gonna just gonna kill Aaron
Again.
Oh, and actually, we're gonna have Crichton kill her. I do like Crichton in the Scorpius makeup.
Yeah.
Crichton's impression of Scorpius, or I guess Ben Browder's impression of Scorpius, is really good considering that man, anytime he's trying to be evil, just has this for his accent.
Apparently, the first time they made the Scorpius prosthetics for him, it was too accurate, and you couldn't tell between them when you were watching like the dailies back.
So they
That's
had
hilarious.
to like that explains
They
why
had to,
he's
like,
less
tone it
pale
down.
and shit.
Mhm.
Like,
Mix the two a little bit more.
Oh,
show a little
damn.
more Crichton. That's hilarious. I kind of forget how this episode like starts. Oh no, they're just like they've met up with the doctor.
Diagnosin, a
Diagnosin.
name that I fucking hate.
And the creepy ass fucking Gaslov
Gerschlach. They never get it right anyways, so I'm not worried about not getting it right. Cece points out that he's basically slightly younger a Morton Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's gross, and I don't like gross characters.
A little bit of how the David Lynch Dune does Harkonnen, the Baron Harkonnen.
I'm gonna
It's the pustules. I don't like pustules.
Yes, I think that's it for me too.
use this as a hook for people who might still be on the fence. There is an Immortan Joe callback in Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's amazing.
Hell yeah.
I don't even know how to respond to that. The Diagnosin costuming is also really solid.
Really
Like, that looks
cool. I
gorgeous.
like the little like mask that opens in two different ways.
And then when you do see the note, like it's a very complete looking alien, which is not always easy to do with puppetry.
The name makes me groan every time.
Yeah.
But
And the voice
Sci-fi,
is
though.
fucking weird as well. The little like
You keep. Yeah, no, it's
you buy?
yeah.
I sell you? You buy?
dime bag 40. Dargo and
Damn, that's an expensive dime bag.
No, I realized as I was saying it doesn't work, but we were too far gone.
That must be some fucking chronic.
It's whatever Dargo and Stark had made themselves high. Well,
It's from the Shadow Dispensary.
Dargo and Stark and Pilot, we get to see all of them high. Pilot high is adorable. Dargo and Stark high is just kind of
Sad.
yeah, but also whatever. I do like it is Rygel is really interesting in this episode to me. Because we're so used to him betraying at the top of a hat. The fact that he's very openly like, yeah, we have to save Moya.
I
Like-
mean, it's been his constant home for the last fucking
100 years?
100 years,
I
right?
think they said he was on Moya longer than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like he
Or
was
not just on Moya, but like he's been in prison
Prison.
longer than anyone, and he was on Moya longer. I don't think that was a whole 100 years though.
but like he has been on Moya since before Pilot.
Sure, but like anyone else is like a betrayal at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
Like any other time. But when he's very openly like, no, it's not okay that Moya was burned. We're going to spend whatever we need to spend to save her. That's almost out of character for like I like the moments that we get to see Rygel where he cares, and it sucks that Rygel has to be rich. Or things have to be absolute work like so bad that he can't betray them bad for his humanity, Hynerianity. to show through. Also, in the same at Aaron's funeral, where he's sad,
and like gives up his fucking
pendant thing,
pendant.
kind of teared up a little.
Like that's the most like emotional growth I've seen that character have throughout the entire series.
I had a stronger response to him being sad than any of the others of them. But also when they're like, "Give me the knife," I'm like, "Do not give him the knife."
What are you doing, Crichton? Oh, you're cutting her hair off?
I also think that's creepy, but that's
Creepy, man.
Aaron's funeral is one of those bits where I was poisoned. I'm poisoned by the fact that I've seen images from later seasons.
yes.
Same.
And
And
just like, cool. I'm more curious how this gets undone than
Cece kept being like, "This is a Crichton dream, right? Right? Oh." And even the sheet, like, no, they're gonna bring her. Spoiler: they bring Aaron back. That's not a.
Yeah.
while we do know that there's theoretically an alternate timeline version of her already from the Locket episode, that is supposed to be canonly all real, but like an alternate reality.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So like they could do bullshit like that.
I'm not going to tell you how Aaron comes back. Just that that Aaron is not out of the series.
Clone is my bet.
I'm curious about it. That
I'm just trying to not even have a facial expression right now.
Don't. I'm just betting clone. I don't want to know if I'm right or wrong, so I'm betting clone.
I'm not telling you.
Good. The listener will have
weirdest
to
fight we've ever had.
We're not fighting. The listener's fighting.
over us?
Yes. Which one's their least favorite? And I'm in the lead.
Stop that.
Rygel's in the lead.
Rygel's in the. Are
Always.
you a Rygel?
Oh, I'm sorry if I am. I'll be better. I won't betray you.
Oh, Jesus
I'm
Christ!
sorry.
Stop it.
It'd be pretty amusing if you farted helium.
Yeah, dude, fucking, we could make a racket out of that. You know how expensive helium is?
Right?
Seeing
Wait,
Crichton's.
am I Rygel?
You're gonna be legitimately concerned about this now.
I am.
No,
damn.
you were not. You were like the least Rygel human being I've ever met.
But I love to make money.
You hate capitalism.
But I love to
you
make money.
yell about capitalism at me like every day I see you.
Yes, but I also love to make money.
Okay.
That sweet, sweet Skrilla.
Oh God. You're as old as Rygel.
Wait, am I Rygel?
No. Is the name of our episode just Wait, Am I Rygel?
Probably.
Okay.
Unless Tyler comes up
I don't
with
actually know
something
how Tyler comes up with episode.
Don't either.
Whatever's
I'm just-
interesting at the time.
Yeah.
Um,
Something usually stands out to me upon re-listen, or sometimes I get an idea while we actually make the episode and I just actually remember it. Don't know how.
Well, maybe it's... Wait, is Steven Rygel?
moving on, seeing Crichton's brain with the like tentacle things
Cool effect. Real
Yeah.
gross. Loved it.
was uncomfortable. Like one of the more viscerally uncomfortable moments for me.
For some reason, made me want to watch the Venom movie.
Maybe want to rewatch Hannibal.
Oh, I get it.
Eating brains and weird slimy black things.
Yeah.
I get it in both cases. Neither one came up for me.
What did you think of?
I want to watch the next episode of this show, but I have to go to bed now.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That's
Right.
fair.
It's
Rational,
11 at night
reasonable,
and I have to get up
reasonable.
at 5.
Look, I'm so curious as to like how this gets resolved, but I am probably still gonna like immediately put on Shoresy after this.
Yeah. So there is definitely. I don't remember how they resolve this. I am openly like I know some of the end results. I remember the big plot of season 3. Season 3 gets fucking buck wild.
Is there?
Um,
Is it just 3 seasons or 4
4
seasons?
seasons? 4
Okay.
seasons in the Peacekeeper Wars.
Which is
Like
mini movie.
3 hours long. Yeah.
Okay, so a long movie.
4 hours long. I don't know. It's a mini series.
Yeah.
Season 3 gets buck wild. I am worried that they are going to handwave fix a lot of this really quickly. Kind of how they handwave fixed how they ended season 1 really quickly.
I mean, it feels like kind of a thing they do of just like, yeah, time passes. We're going to do some shit while you're not looking. Don't worry about it.
And that's
We'll
fair. and
explain
that's
this later once we figure it out.
Yeah.
Like,
We haven't figured this out yet, but we know where it's going after that. So
I feel like they've already set up the like hand wave fix, like of like, don't worry about it. Kind of in this episode with like, yeah, we can fix Moya. Don't worry about it. It's just going to cost you money.
No, I more mean that Crichton's missing part of his brain and is strapped to a table going blah 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 because he can't.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Like, you guys found a surgeon that could do this. Like, you'll fucking just pay.
Yeah, but the surgeon's dead.
Yeah, we'll find another one. Don't worry about it. You got credits. It'll be okay.
I do feel bad for the surgeon that Scorpius just was like, yes, your creepy brain thing, cooling thing worked wonders for me. Now I'll murder you. Don't do that, Scorpius.
Yeah, you might
might
need
need another one.
Keep him so he can build you a better brain thingy.
He also just betrayed someone for you. Why are you burning this bridge so easily?
Wait, who did the diagnosis?
John Crichton on the table. He was like, oh, yeah, hey, what's up? Don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, you can take his brain.
No,
All
the
good.
doctor didn't betray him. Scorpius just showed up and he was like, whoa, what's going on here? And he goes, bleh.
Okay, I misread that. I thought he was.
That's how I took it, at least. I don't know if I'm...
I took it the same way I think Steven is, because one of the last things before Scorpius shows up is the diagnosis
getting the wormhole information.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
going until he gets to the point where
And says,
he
like,
extracts
good
the
job.
wormhole information and then decides to move on with the procedure.
Okay, that's fair.
And then Scorpius immediately shows up.
And then Garshnak
And the way that, like, he wasn't, like, upset about anything. Like, it seemed like he was, like, okay with fixing
He's
Crichton.
like, oh, you're here? Cool. I can leave the room now.
Yeah, but, like, I'll fix Crichton when you're done, but, like, unless you tell me not to.
Cool, I misread that.
But, like, I could be misreading that, too. I
Who knows?
might read the wiki on this when I get home to find out a little bit more clearly.
Scorpius is very willing to kill people that he really doesn't need to kill. Not as bad as, like, Crace was. Oh, that's the thing that fucking threw me. When Crace is, like, talking to Talon, being, like, weeping, being like, I also would have loved to tell her
Oh, yes.
what we found. And I was like,
The
tone it the fuck down.
The-
In a show that has the actor who plays Dargo, you're overhamming this. And I love that actor. He plays Pilot. I'll fucking go anywhere he takes me. But like
he was acting like if he had a locket, Aaron would be in it. And I'm like, dude, have you guys ever spent any fucking time? I assume.
Well, we know they have because she was helping with Talon in between seasons. But
So like that's it. But that's it. And I get it. She's hot. But like, dude.
no, he jumps to it. We needed more Crace this season to make Crace's
Crace make sense.
Yeah.
Yes. He doesn't.
But also,
He
where
makes
do
a
you
lot
put him?
more sense if he's in at least 10 minutes of every episode.
Every other episode, even. He shows up, what, 3 times?
Even if it's just like and Crace is all fucking around. Like if Talon's just reporting in to Moya of like,
Hey, Mom, guess what I blew up today?
like
Crace said that was bad.
like the
He
Guildenstern
won't
and
let me have any fun.
What I can never remember.
Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
Yes.
Mom made me turn off that movie the time that we watched it.
I love that movie.
I love that movie too, but we were I was in high school and put it on, and like
I've never seen
an
it yet.
hour in, she went, Zach, I can't do this.
I would love to be in a production of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead.
That might be a weird General Nerdery episode to do sometime.
You,
Welcome to General Nerdery, your podcast about liking things and a movie that's way smarter than I am.
See, it's so smart, but it's weird.
is it just like 2 people?
No. Okay, so have you read Hamlet?
I a long
Okay. So, there are
long time ago.
There are 2 characters in Hamlet, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, and there's really literally nothing to tell you which one is which.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're like always together. It's always, hey, Rosencrantz and Guildenstern.
They show up in like 3 scenes, and then Hamlet betrays them, and they are killed for his crime.
Yes.
This is a story because they appear from nowhere, have no story. This is what are Rosencrantz and Guildenstern up to while Hamlet's going on. So it starts with them being like on a journey, because I mean that's literally how they first show up. They're like, we just arrived on this journey, and suddenly they find themselves embroiled in the story of Hamlet, where they think they're the main characters, but shit just keeps happening around them.
I got it.
Like, it's also done in an extremely meta way where, just like in the play, there's nothing to indicate which one is which. They don't know which of them is Rosencrantz and which of them is Guildenstern.
And it's Gary Oldman and Tim
Roth?
Tim Roth.
I was going to say Tim Meadows, which would be a completely different thing, but
no, it's a fucking incredible casting choices. But like, you know, they're sitting there talking, and then suddenly an old man falls like through a tapestry dead, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And it's like a moment from Hamlet. And because Hamlet is famous because there's a whole scene that's a play within a play, and this is a play within Hamlet, so it's a play within a play on its own right, we eventually end up with a scene that's a play within a play within a play within a play, and yet it's still somehow not bullshit. That's exactly the scene where my mom made me turn it off. But
it's also a lot of like philosophical musings.
It's long and slow and the exact opposite of everything Farscape is. It's not horny. It is not a horny show.
Bummer.
I mean, Gary Oldman's there, so it's a little horny.
I think you'll have to cover it without me, and then I'll just I'll consume it by having you tell me about it.
I'm not selling this well, but it is really fucking.
No. You're not selling it badly. I'm just know what I love.
Legitimately, as like a former theater kid, like I would love to be in a performance of Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead. That is like way high up on the list of things that would be.
It'd be a fucking bitch to memorize the lines, though.
Yeah, very wordy.
Holy shit. Anything else for Farscape?
I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah.
Which we will find out in about a month and a half, because we're going to do a couple episodes in between.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, as we said, it'd be like 6 months straight of Farscape, and I just don't want to do that.
You know what? Like, I kind of, whenever we have ideas like this, I kind of like formalizing this format where we break seasons into 2, do something in between.
It's really nice for us. It also gives us a little space to kind of reset the brain a little bit. So it's not like we've talked of nothing else. After a while, it just comes hard to come up with new shit. Credit to Farscape, it changes itself up enough that it's easier to have shit to talk about. But we're going to go completely left field, and we're going to watch Shorzy Season 2.
And we're not going to break a season into 2 because there's only 8 episodes?
You can watch it in maybe 3 hours.
Oh, wow. Where's it at?
Hulu.
Cool.
Have you seen Shorzy?
I have not seen any of it.
Fucking just bash out all of it.
Do I have to watch Letterkenny first?
No. Absolutely not.
Cool.
I mean, you should, because Letterkenny's incredible, but it is...
Well, now I can't watch any of it.
The only thing watching Letterkenny will do is make you question, how is there an entire show about Shorzy?
About that fucking asshole? Really? And then you're like, first episode, Also, it really gives you credit of how good an actor Jared Kiso is, that I had multiple people not realize that he played both Wayne and Shorzy.
It's legitimately weird hearing him as Wayne now after I've rewatched Shorzy so many times.
Anyways, that's next time. We're already like 2 hours in.
It's fine.
In the meantime, we're your generals of nerdery. I'm Zach.
I'm Tyler.
Dismissed.
Hi everybody, General Tyler here. If you like the show, please hit subscribe however you're listening to us right now. Also, if you could rate and review us however you're listening to us right now, or preferably over at Apple Podcasts, we would super appreciate it, as the whole world is around on algorithms, and we want to be all up in them, getting our voice out to more places. Also, tell your friends. We always appreciate that. If you want to get in contact with us, ask us questions, give us comments, email us generalnerderypod@gmail.com. You can also contact us through our website, www.generalnerdcast.com. While you're there, check out all of our back catalog, or click the links up at the top, as we are part of the Earworm Podcast Network. Go check out all of our sister shows. We're involved with most of them, so if you already like listening to us talk, it might be in your best interest. And if you want to check out everything from the network, head over to earworm.com, EARVVYRM.com. We'd super appreciate it. Love you all. Have a good one.